small area was rho GH into dA. Rho GH was the pressure into dA was the distance. dF was rho GY sine theta dA by H was Y sine theta. That's how written, correct? So force was integration of that, which came out to be rho G Y bar A sine theta. Why was it Y bar A? Because integration of Y dA came somewhere, and integration of Y dA can be written as Y bar A. Very important point. Review again and again, revise. Okay. Moment of the force. This is to find out where the pressure is acting. Where is the total pressure or the total force due to pressure is acting. See, total weight acts on the center of gravity, whereas the total pressure, which is the total force due to pressure, is also called total pressure. Okay, total force due to pressure is also called total pressure. The total pressure acts on something called center of pressure, and that center of pressure, okay, to find, we take the moment and we find out what is the y about which it will create the same moment about a point. Now the point which I have taken is this O. So I took moment with respect to yp into f. So yp into f, I took that as yp into f. The moment y into df, I took it, we got this as a moment. And if that was equal to yf into yp, the total moment about all these small sections, if it was equal to 1 f and yp, then what should be the yp? Which is the place where I can consider the whole force to be acting. Correct? So that we found out, and we got Ixx by y bar A. We got it as Ixx by y bar A. Now this can be, you can use parallel axis theorem, and you can do a lot of changes you can do. And these formulas has to be remembered, although you can derive it, but don't risk deriving in the exam. Okay? Why? You should not risk, because you should remember these formulas very properly. That is the second part, which is by heart of the formulas. I never say you should not by heart the formulas. In fact, I say you must by heart the formulas. But I'll say you should not by heart the formulas without knowing the basics. Because if you by heart the formulas without knowing the basics, every formula has exceptions. And there might be question based on those exceptions. So if you by heart the formulas without knowing that exceptions, without knowing how to derive, then you may fall into the same trap in the exam. They keep the trap. The GATE, what you say, question paper setters will keep the trap, so that the person who is by hearted will fall into the trap. So that is why you should know the derivation, you should know the concepts, then by heart the formula. Why by heart the formula? Because you cannot sit and derive in the exam. You may know, you may be knowing everything, but the GATE exam is only for 3 hours. So in the 3 hours, if you have to do, you have to remember these formulas, write the formula sheets from now itself, students. Don't wait till the end. Again and again, I'll reiterate, do not wait till the end to make these formula sheets. Make the formula sheet as soon as my class is over. Within a day, your formula sheet should be ready, and formula sheet keeps on improving. And every time, in between 3 or 4 formula sheets, there you might have one more sheet being inserted at any point of time, saying that some of the things which you get after the repetition of the classes. There are some concepts you understand in one go. There are some concepts in the second repetition or in the third repetition, some other concepts, some other insights you get. For those insights, you have to keep space, or you should insert new pages where you will write those insights. And those formula sheets, you have to revise almost daily. Don't say, sir, I have made a formula sheet and it is there in my bag, sir. No, revise every day. What is meant by revising? Just seeing it over and over. You have these formula sheets, you have completed so much of subjects, just see that. And I will tell you, as more and more days you see, you will do it faster. First day for that revision, you may take half an hour. Second day, you will take 15 minutes. It may so happen later on, one subject you will revise within around 5 minutes. Where you know all the formulas, you're just seeing the formulas, that's it. That is the level you have to get by the end of GATE. Okay? It's a continuous process. Don't say, sir, I am attending the classes now. Later on, I will make the formula sheets, and after the formula sheet, I will do practice. Then I will do questions. Then I will go for mock tests. This is a wrong concept. Don't do that. You will never succeed in that fashion. The classes are going parallelly. You write the formula sheets. Parallelly, you practice questions on the subjects which are there. Initially, what I am doing now. You can do other subjects, but initially finish the subjects what I am doing. Why? It will create efficiency in that learning and what do you say, teaching methodology. Because what happens, when I'm teaching a subject, I'm into that subject. So when I'm not doing that revision as you are doing. I'm not revising the formulas as you people are doing. So what will happen when I'm teaching a subject, I'll be well versed with that subject. So when you ask questions on that subject, I'll be answering. I've taken mechanical vibrations a lot of times. Okay, around 3 or 4 years back. But now if you ask me a question in between, general things I understand. But if you ask me a question in between, I may not be ready to do that. Okay, or any teachers may not be ready to do that. So what happens when this is going on, at that time only you have to study, because we have, say, marketing, I do this, all these things I do. So I may not get the time, but if I get the time, I will do it. But the subjects which I'm teaching now, I'm green on it. I can help you there just like that. So whatever the subjects I'm doing, on that you adapt questions. And maybe now differential equations is going to complete, fluid mechanics is going to complete. As soon as fluid mechanics completes, give a mock test. Give a mock test on fluid mechanics. You should do it fast. You should complete as soon as my subject is complete. Your practice should be complete within 2 to 3 days of my subject completion. You should give a mock test. You understand? Later on, you will not get that opportunity. Keep in mind. Now you get a lot of free time, but if after August you don't get that time, I will tell you, you will not get that time. So at that time, for that reason, by July or August, you have to finish at least 2-3 subjects. Fluid mechanics, maybe differential equations, 2, then mechanics, 3. 3 subjects is done. So on these 3 subjects, you will get, you will get some questions, some marks. Is it not? At least, or aptitude at this moment of time, you can practice aptitude. 15 marks aptitude. 15 marks aptitude, 13 marks mathematics, fluid mechanics, strength of materials. This will complete by August. You also have to complete by August. This together will cost you around 50 marks. Will get you 50 marks there. So 50 marks you're strong. Then rest is 50 marks. You're getting that point? 50 marks is strong. 50 marks is so-so. So on that 50 marks which you're strong, you should be able to score 40 marks out of it, which is possible. So 30 marks, 28 marks last time was for mechanical engineering. This one, civil, it was how much? 32? 28. For both it was 28. Correct? 28 was the pass mark. So you get 40. You understand? 40 means around 8,000 or 9,000 rank. All India. Which you are ensuring in January admission that you get into IITs, MS. Or a JRF. Okay. So this is how your progress has to be. I hope you're getting that. So let us do revision here. Okay. See now, to determine x coordinates of center of pressure, what do? You use this. Okay. You have y coordinate, you have x coordinate. That's a surface which is on xy plane. It's a surface on xy plane. So you have x coordinate and y coordinate, correct? Fine. So next force is on submerged surfaces. Now what happens? We are taking the projections and taking the centroid of it. We are taking the forces. We have done a lot on this, so I will not go further on it. Just see it now. Okay, what we have done. So you know that one of the main point here to consider is that it is not just on the y plane and the yz plane. On the yz plane and zx plane, the center of pressure can be different. Why? A particular surface can be in this fashion. Observe. If it is there in this fashion, this is the surface. Okay. This projection is different. This projection is different. So here on this, the center of pressure can be down. Here it can be other way. Very important. Center of pressure can be anywhere. So on this, the center of pressure is different. On this surface, the center of pressure is different. That is why you have two center of pressure here. One is ZP and ZP dash. ZP dash is when you consider Fy, that is XZ plane. ZP is with respect to YZ plane. So you get two pressures, and then you use the XY coordinate or the X coordinate. Fine. You have to get the product of area there. XZ, product of area, is always related to two coordinates. So always you get the product of area. I hope you get the point. Fine. So let us continue. And one more point here. One more point here. The forces on this in curved surfaces. If the water is on this side, the pressure force from the top is equal to the total force which is there in the FZ direction, not the total force totally. It is only the Z component is equal to the weight of the fluid above it. Fx component is separate, which you have to calculate, but at least Fz component is equal to weight of the fluid above it. Now, in case the surface is on this side and here it is empty, then what happened? This hypothetical volume, if it was filled with the same fluid as this side, the weight what it would be, that is the force Fz acting on this direction. Now, it is trying to push it out. Fx is separate, but Fz is that plane. Is that clear? So that is what we did. So today we will do some problems on both straight surfaces as well as inclined surfaces. We will do. Okay. So as usual, I encourage you to refer textbooks. So which textbook I am referring? S.K. Som, Gautam Biswas, and Suman Chakravarti. S.K. Som and Suman Chakravarti are from IIT Kharagpur. Suman Chakravarti is a young fellow. Okay, not very this one very talented, but very young. Okay, I want you to be something like that, or Amit Agarwal of IIT Bombay, or maybe yeah, such kind of people you should be. Okay, it is possible. If you think that it is possible, it is possible. It is possible that you become a professor in IIT. Possible. It is possible you become a lead engineer in of an R&D company, R&D of an MNC company. That should be your aim. You understand? PSUs is there, of course, but more than PSU is Sarkari Naukri. You understand? If you feel happy there, then fine. But keep in mind, you get much higher salary and much more career satisfaction if you go to R&D departments of leading MNCs, or you become a professor in a IIT. You understand? This is my personal opinion. You can do whatever you think so. Okay. There are some people, after they go to PSUs, they resign the job and then go to other things. For example, a person who is working in ONGC, okay, work there for 3 or 4 years. Later on, he may resign and go to Saudi Aramco. He may resign and go for Gazprom or Shell. You understand? This possibility is always there. Okay, even if you go for IIT, after IIT, there is a possibility that you go into these companies, because these companies really pay you well. They pay you in dollars, is it not? The conversion here, in fact, gives you all the benefits. Correct? Anyhow, next. So let us do problems.